from Shalom Acres. I want to give another fencing update as far as where we're at on fencing. So we're still putting up horse fencing, which allows us to then go ahead and run our chickens, also turkeys, lets us run our sheep with no problems, and then of course our cows. So what we're doing today is we're actually pulling about 275 foot, which is going to force us to tie 3 sections of fence together. And what I want to go over here is, this is the end part of the fence. So you can see we've got just a smidge of damage on it. Not a big deal. We're going to go ahead and just cut this off. And when we're cutting this off, you want to cut it off on the side onto your, what we call the lagging edge. So on the farthest side off. So if we cut this closest to there, it will allow us to actually make our splice in the best manner possible. So, because you need basically this maximum amount, and I'll go over that right now. But what you've got is there's actually a sleeve that goes over this. On this high tensile horse fence, I originally tried to just tie it together, thinking I could just knot it together because there's 13 strands of horizontal wire. I thought that would be enough. But when I went ahead and pulled it to get enough tension on it to get it to stand up, it actually pulled the fence apart. So that's when I went ahead and decided we better make the investment and get these sleeves. And the sleeves have actually been real easy to work with. Hang on one second. Yeah, these are the sleeves that we're using, wire splice ferrules. And then there's one other brand we're using. I actually like these a little bit better. The Splicing ferrules, and then the tool you're using is actually just we're using an 18-inch splice crimping tool. Features of it is there's actually nice wire cutters on the inside, and then when you crimp, you actually crimp right here in this piece. So that gives you your nice tight fit as far as, and then holds it together. And I was impressed with how these ferrules worked. I think a person could probably get by with putting a ferrule on every other one, so you'd only have to do 7 ferrules. But we've actually decided, because we are pulling 275 feet, we just want to make sure that we don't pull it apart, because we are having to have 2 splices. We decided that we're going to go ahead and put all 13 on each one. So come along with us, we'll show you how to splice fence today. So when the new fence comes, it comes with these clips, and these clips are pretty easy to be removed. I just use a pair of lineman pliers. They work out pretty well. What I make sure I do is I make sure I don't ever drop any of these in the pasture, because small animals, you know, baby calves, those types of things, even larger animals, they'll actually potentially get these into their gut, and if they get these into their gut, it could actually kill them or cause lots of side effects that could actually slow down their growth. So we got an extra one in here. So we'll pull this off. And now what I always do is I just keep a bucket around, so all the metal pieces, I can go ahead and put them where they're at. And now you can see the new fence. When the new fence comes, it's not actually quite long enough to tie onto our existing, so we're going to go ahead and nip a small piece along here, and then that'll set us up perfect for going ahead and splicing. Be back with you in a second. Okay, so now we've got both ends prepared. The fence that we've already rolled completely out, and the new fence that we're going to be attaching. So you can see we've got equal distances, about 1 inch on each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the ferrule on, or the sleeve. I'm going to take it, slide it down, and it just goes ahead and pops itself right into position. What I'm looking for is, I'm looking to make sure that this wire on this side is actually all the way to the end of the sleeve or the ferrule. In this particular case, you can see it just popped through, so I'm right where I need to be. Actually, you can see right now I've got sticking through on both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and step on it, hold it in position, and I'm going to go ahead and take the crimping tool, crimp it once right in the middle. And when it's all said and done, you'll actually crimp it a total of 5 times. So what I do is I start in the middle, and then I go out 1, out again, and then I just go to the other side and I just work out. So that way the ferrule itself gets crimped evenly and smoothly all the way throughout. We'll be back in a second to show you what the whole crimp looks like. Okay, so you can look and see we've crimped all 13 of the ferrules on there, made a nice splice for the fence, and we've just got one more to connect up, and then we will be ready to go ahead and pull our 275 feet of fence. Really appreciate you watching. Have a great day. Shalom.